What up, Fight World? It's Kid Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Gather round, people. I'm gonna wait for some people to join. We talk this boxing, see what's up, see what's cracking in the boxing world, latest and greatest. Yeah. Live stream style. Shout out to Singapore. I see you. We worldwide. We talk boxing. What up? Shout out to Florida. A lot going on, man. A lot of boxing talk. Jewels, Demarius, what up? Gang gang. Eagles Army salute. Eagle Mafia. I told y'all we are the mob. Money on top of boxing. 2018 is gonna be great. We're gonna make it great. We're gonna make sure it's great. They can hate, but we're gonna make sure it's great. I like that. H-Town. Just wanted to hop in and say Ego got bars. I'll be watching the replay. Thank you. Yeah, y'all already started the roll call, so let's go. Roll call. Let me know where y'all at, where y'all from. We got Houston in the building twice. Shout out to all the people in Houston. City, state, zip. Houston is deep. New York City. Washington, D.C., Cali, Bay Area, Cleveland, 202, San Bernardino, Cali, 222, Chicago, Leesburg, Florida, Brooklyn, New York, 11234, Que pasa, Ego, what up? Hopkinsville, New Jersey, Central Florida, Little Rock, Arkansas, LA, and you know LA up in this. And no Max, not for future. I'm gonna wait for some more people to join. Y'all can see this dude get his ass beat. In the meantime, Ego Mafia, we heavy in the game. Oh, got him. He tried to run, take his backpack off. Oh, wow. Boom, boom, booyah, booyah. Let's get it. Oh. Watch the teacher. Watch the teacher break up. He patted her on the back. He just patting her on the back like, good job. Hey, fuck. He trying to run, take his backpack. Nope. Boo, boo, booyah, booyah. Hey, fuck that. Hey, I don't know if that was a dude or what, but if it was a dude, he got mopped. He got mollywopped, like we say in the Bay Area. He got mollywopped. It might have been a stud or something, I don't know. But whoever it was got that work. And she was in them foams, them foam posits, giving that work off. I was like, damn. Crazy. Waiting for a few more people to join. I'm gonna show y'all what I ate for Dindin. I had that salmon with a little lemon squeeze, rice, veggies. And I had that, this Greek salad with that feta. I thought it was a dude too. But look, she got the foam posits on. Look at her shoes. She was getting busy. She ran after, oh, she got the foams on. Giving that work off. Damn. Cold world. What y'all think of Floyd's outfit? Cold world. Y'all like this suit? That shit probably hella expensive too. I like this fight, man. Oscar Valdez, Scott Quigg. Y'all gotta hit the subscribe button. Y'all gotta hit the subscribe button for real, because it's going down. A lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff going on in the boxing world. So let's get started. We'll wait for more people to join. I actually wanted to do this a little bit earlier, but I was eating, then I was just chilling. But so let me show y'all, because I like to show y'all the work. I like to show y'all the sources and stuff. So the WBC verified page, they released this talking about what was discussed in the convention, and they break down different divisions. But as you guys see, middleweight champion Golovkin from Kazakhstan has been mandated to rematch with Canelo. Negotiations are taking place. In order to allow this rematch, WBC ordered a mandatory challenger, Jermall Charlo, to fight Hugo Centeno Jr. for the WBC interim championship. So the WBC, they're playing it smart. Even though Charlo is Golovkin's mandatory because he beat Jorge Sebastian Highland, they not getting in the way of the money. You know what I mean? They're not gonna prevent a major rematch like Canelo versus Triple G, which would be stupid if you really think of, like, see, everybody says boxing is a business until it comes to making a point that they don't agree with. But we all know boxing is a business, and I wouldn't expect anything less from the WBC or any other sanctioning body. Canelo versus Golovkin is big business. It set live gate records. I was at the fight. There was like 19,000 people in the T-Mobile. So even though I want to see Triple G versus Charlo, his mandatory, it would be stupid on behalf of the WBC to say, no, fuck that. He got to fight Charlo next or bust. You know what I mean? Just like Joshua Klitschko. Joshua had mandatories. He had Kubrat Pulev, but they were willing to step aside, and the IBF or whatever was willing to allow for Joshua Klitschko rematch. It's big business. You know what I mean? And they get sanctioning fees and shit, so they want their cut. But listen, see, I'm picking Canelo again in the Golovkin rematch. However, I wouldn't mind if Golovkin wins, because I like Golovkin, and Golovkin is willing to accept the WBC belt. Golovkin don't have no beef with the WBC, but Canelo does. So that could fuck things up. That could fuck things up. Listen, new media, Ego's Army. This is what they always do. People always want to throw in. I just showed you what the WBC is saying, and George C is talking about Charlo versus Daniel Jacobs. Yes, it's a good fight, but you're clearly trying to deflect and bring up a fight that nobody's talking about, a fight that's not mandated. There's no current updates with. You know what I'm saying? And Jacobs just went over to HBO with Canelo Triple G because it sounds like you want to protect Canelo or Triple G. This is what they do. They always like, oh, let's see Mayweather versus Pacquiao. Like, oh, Mayweather versus Edeslani Lara. No one's talking about that. What about Mayweather versus Canelo? You know what I'm saying? You guys always want to dip and dodge. The WBC, the news says shit all about Daniel Jacobs, and that's my dude. But I'm giving you guys the current information from the WBC. Charlo worked up his spot to fight the Triple G Canelo winner. So although the Jacobs fight is not a bad fight, you're trying to distract. It's not a hot seat. I'm just showing you what they do. This is what they do. When they don't want one of their fighters, a fighter that they like or root for or favoritism, then they'll throw random people. A lot of times it's black fighters. Oh yeah, Charlo versus Andrade. That's a good fight, but at the same time, there's no updates about Andrade. The WBC is telling you what it is. They're saying Charlo Centeno Jr. winner is in line to face Canelo Triple G winner. Listen, back to business. Whatever, I'm not gonna argue with you. I'm just telling you it's convenient that a lot of you guys just come up and bring, like when the whole conversation is directed towards current boxing news and what's being outlined by the sanctioning body, what's being negotiated, what's being talked about. It's funny how you guys always bring up distraction fights that could be good, but no one's talking about those fights. I haven't heard Jacobs in the WBC conversation. We already did the roll call. You must have missed it. I'll try to do one when we leave, when we exit the live stream too. Jacobs is not still the WBA regular. They consolidated when he fought Golovkin, and Golovkin beat him, so he lost that. Anyway, back to this. Canelo has a beef with the WBC, right? So if he beats Triple G, the downside is if he's not willing to accept the Triple G, the WBC belt, then that could mean no one can. There's no sanctioning body that will be able to force him into fighting Jermall Charlo because he doesn't want the belt. And the only reason Charlo would be in a position to force anybody is because he's a WBC mandatory right now, and if he beats Hugo Centeno, he'll keep it that way. But if Canelo doesn't accept the belt, you can't make Canelo do shit. So that could be a monkey wrench. So if Golovkin wins, I don't think he's gonna want to give up his belt. He don't have no beef with the WBC. You know what I mean? So maybe there's a greater chance of Golovkin versus Charlo than there is Canelo versus Charlo, unless you guys see it differently. And if you do, explain. Explain. Hold on one second, guys. Yeah, so the WBC can't really enforce a mandatory on a guy who's not taking their belt. So a mandatory, it don't matter who the mandatory. That would mean the belt, if Canelo beats Golovkin and refuses to accept the WBC, like he doesn't bury the hatchet with it, then I think the belt would probably become vacant. And then they might just give it to Charlo if he beats Hugo Centeno, or he might have to fight someone ranked number 2 or something. Listen, Canelo versus Triple G, that's a Texas fight. One guy's from Houston, and Canelo's big as fuck in Texas. I mean, he fought Liam Smith and did 51,000. That's a good fight, man. Good fight. But listen, let's talk about. I'm telling y'all, slowly but surely, I'm gonna keep exposing what I see in the game, and this is the cowardice between the fans. People like me, I just want to see good fights. You know what I mean? And people like, you know what's funny? I get a fight prediction wrong, which I own. I never made hand excuses for Rigondeaux. I thought Rigondeaux could beat Lomachenko despite his disadvantages, and he loses. I accept that. But people like love bringing that up. Oh, your boy Rigondeaux, your boy Rigondeaux. I mean, he's the one that quit. That don't affect my life. I got a fight prediction wrong. Shit happens. But the funny thing is, if you notice, on my channel, I was actually one pushing for the fight. He said he wanted the fight. I thought it was a good fight. So yeah, I was pushing for the fight. But you notice the cowardice in boxing. Like, see, I'm willing to win, lose, or draw. I'm willing to see it. You know what I mean? Even though I knew Rigondeaux was at a disadvantage, I was still willing to see it. And he said he wanted it. I thought it would be a good fight, which it wasn't. But I thought it'd be a good fight, and I was still pushing for the fight because that's what he said he wanted. And Lomachenko was like, whatever, we could fight. So I'm like, cool, let's see it. Period. But you notice these dudes, when it comes to their favorite fighters, they don't want to see these fights. They would rather the fights stay in the fantasy realm. They would rather the fights be just something to talk about that never actually like happens. Like, oh, I'm seeing it right now. Like, I'm seeing, oh, Lomachenko versus Mikey Garcia. A lot of the radical Lomachenko, not just regular Lomachenko fan, radical ones, they want to see him fight Tank Davis because they know, given all current things, his age, his last performance, not having a belt, discipline issues, they feel that he would beat Tank easy. You know what I mean? Or he would beat him. But Mikey, that's a move up in weight. If Mikey looks good in his next fight with Lipinets and shit, they know that's a difficult fight. So even though a lot of them are saying like, oh, Lomachenko will knock Mikey stiff and make him quit, they don't want to see the fight. Just like a lot of people with the Keith Thurman situation. I like Thurman, I like Spence, I like all the welterweights really, but they're saying, oh, Thurman, just let him get back and he'll fight Errol Spence. They don't want to see the fight. They know Errol Spence is a threat. They don't want to see him fight Terrence Crawford or Errol Spence. Joshua Wilder, some of the radical fans, they keep talking about what Joshua will do to Wilder, but they keep making an excuse why Wilder doesn't deserve the fight. At least for me, check my track record. Win, lose, or draw, I never stood in the way of Ward Kovalev and told you Ward shouldn't move up. I never stood in the way and told you that meaningful fights shouldn't happen. Danny Garcia, Keith Thurman, or whatever the fight. But this is what they do. This is what they do. I'm hearing excuses on why Triple G, if he beats Canelo, shouldn't fight Charlo. Oh, what has Charlo done at middleweight? Why should he fight him? That's the ranked guy. So why shouldn't he fight him? It's a good fight. Listen, if we sat through Willie Monroe with 6 knockouts, Willie Monroe Jr. versus Golovkin, right? Dominique Wade was a mandatory. Why can we sit through those types of fights? Gabe Rosado coming from 54 with no experience at 160. That was like his first fight, right? If we could sit through those fights, Adama, then why would you be anti a Charlo Golovkin fight? Talking about he doesn't earn it. He doesn't deserve it. So Dominique Wade really just earned the hell out of that fight. Kell Brook, a welterweight, earned the fight. See, some of y'all are full of shit. Who cares? That's his mandatory. Exactly. And that's what we exposing, man. We exposing the bullshit. At the end of the day, fear makes people do a lot of things. And more often than not, they'll call us names like me and some of the fans. Oh, you're a Wilder groupie. If I'm a groupie, then why am I pushing for the fight? And you just said Joshua knocks out Wilder. So according to you, you said Joshua will beat Wilder's ass, and I'm pushing for him to fight Joshua. So how does that make me a Wilder groupie? Ain't I sending him to the slaughterhouse if that's what's really gonna happen? If Joshua, you're saying Joshua's way better than chicken leg bum squad Wilder, and Wilder ain't fought no one. Joshua has Klitschko. Joshua has more technique. Fine, that's cool. All I'm saying is let's see it. You guys get what I'm saying? All I'm saying is let's see it. I'm not making excuses. So if anything, you should be happy that I'm encouraging these fights, because according to you, Joshua's gonna run through Deontay Wilder and knock him out. So you should be pushing for the fight. He'll get stripes if he knocks out Deontay Wilder. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? But this is the games that they play. These are the games they play. Oh, Triple G will annihilate Charlo. Let's see it then. If he knocks him out, I'll give him major props. Charlo's under 30, powerful, champion at 54, knocked out his eliminator dude. You know what I mean? If he fights Hugo Centeno while we wait for Canelo Triple G 2, then I mean, why not see it? Shout out to Kennedy. He said they turn into financial advisors. Wilder doesn't deserve 50-50 bullshit. Exactly. You worried about another man's money. But see, that's how I know it's fear. You can say whatever you want, but that's how I personally know it's fear. Because you're telling me Keith Thurman will beat Errol Spence's ass. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. I'm saying I want to see it. You're just telling me what's going to happen. So if Errol Spence is going to get his ass beat by Keith Thurman, then, and I'm a Errol Spence groupie or whatever you're talking about, then why am I pushing for the fight where he's going to get his ass beat, according to you? Joshua Wilder. Why am I pushing for the fight? I posted about Mikey Garcia versus Robert Easter. That's a good fight. Mikey already talked about coming down to 35, right? After this Sergey Lipinets shit. So if you feel Mikey Garcia will piece up Robert Easter Jr. and knock him out, I'm just saying let's see it. That's a good fight. It's a unification. I told you, 2018, there will be justice out this motherfucker. Let's see it. Hashtag let's see it. There's nothing to talk about. Ego, stop answering the casuals, fam. Listen, I run my channel how I do. It is what it is. I address everything. I address current issues, boxing news, and that's what it is. You know what I mean? And I'm not going to change. Listen, my style, what I've done has gotten me this far with, you know what I mean? Of course, I got hate, but I also got a lot of love and supporters. People like, when the hat's coming out, people, when I go to the fights, they see me. So, you know what I mean? I feel comfortable. I feel comfortable that I must be doing something right. You know what I mean? Y'all just listen to what people say. You got people that diss me or make videos. Half of these motherfuckers are mad because they got blocked. They got blocked by me. How you gonna diss me? Admit that you got blocked, right? People admit that I blocked them, but you know all of my latest moves. You know everything I'm talking about in my latest videos. You feel me? How do you know anything if you're blocked? That means you're a stalker and you keep coming back. Just like you guys see in the hot seat. I don't think he's in here, but DB Devil, he sent me a screenshot of a guy was like, oh yeah, ego just blocks people in the hot seat, and then who cares, we just come back under an alias, a fake username. So you guys are proving my point. If I'm lame, I'm racist, my channel sucks, I'm ultra biased, why, when you get blocked, are you catching feelings? Why are you coming back? DB Devil, or D Bevel, sorry. He's the one that said, see, he's in here. He sent me the screenshot. Tell him what the dude said. He was basically saying, oh yeah, who cares? The ego just blocks people in the hot seat, and then we just come back under aliases and fake usernames. So my whole thing is, I'm biased, I'm racist, I'm a casual, I don't know shit about boxing, channel sucks, my channel sucks bullocks and all this shit. Then why are you coming back? Why are you that desperate to come back to my shit? Out of all the millions of hours of content on boxing that's floating around YouTube, why do you keep coming back for my videos? So it just goes to show you they're full of shit. These motherfuckers got blocked and they mad and catching feelings because they got caught in the hot seat. Listen, you have to have thick skin in this. You have to have thick skin, tough skin in this business. I don't really give a fuck. I'm on that Bishop shit. I don't care who's mad. If people want to run around and act like all I do on my channel is block people, so be it. There's a million people in here, nobody's even been blocked, close to being blocked today, because nobody is talking foolish. You know what I'm saying? Why do you care who I block on my channel? Focus on your shit channel, get your numbers up, and focus on you in 2018. Why do you care who I'm blocking? I'll block everybody. I'll block myself. I don't give a fuck. I'll block my mama from looking at my videos. At the end of the day, why do you care? You won't catch this fade though. Listen, I'm not an internet dude. I'm a fucking vlogger. I'm at the spots I'm at. I post about it. That's it. Straight up. So people know where I'm at when I'm at the places. So it is what it is. We don't duck or dodge questions and topics or anything. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be traveling if I was a scary dude or whatever the fuck y'all talking about. Listen, real gangster shit, people don't talk on the internet. Like, I've been around people like like Jay Prince. I heard some stories about Jay Prince. You know what I'm saying? Every time I see this man, he's just observing, very mild mannered. He doesn't even really say many words. And he from what is the 4th, 5th ward or whatever in Texas. He's a real one, but he's not on internets and shit talking, oh, catch the fade, man, I'll knock you out, I'll beat you. You know what I'm saying? All this stupid shit. So that's how you can already tell. If you talk about it on the internet and incriminate yourself, then you really probably aren't about that life. You know what I mean? Real G's move in silence like lasagna. Why would I ever talk about the worst shit I've ever done in life on tape? So y'all, new generation is whack. Y'all be snitching on yourselves. Look at this drug money. Look at this. And the feds be watching like, oh shit, look at that drug money. Let's raid his house. I seen an idiot on Facebook Live. Police busted on his door because he was like flossing chains and money and shit. And they kicked down his door while he's on Facebook Live. I mean, y'all are fucking fools. You millennials make me sick. Anyway, that's just a little thing. Like I said, let the haters hate. They can say whatever, but you gotta, like, as real life fans, you gotta ask yourself some questions. If I'm so horrible, why would you even give me shine? Why would you even talk about me? Why would you even like promote my channel? You got blocked. Why are you even mentioning me? How do you know what I'm doing? Why do you care who I'm blocking? It's simple. And motherfuckers be mad like, why does ego get super chats? You gotta be a fucking fool. That's some, you're showing right there that you're a true Hater. You mad? You worried about another dude's money, just like y'all worried about Wilder's money and what split he's gonna get. Why the fuck would anyone send Ego a super chat? Whoa! Speaking of super chat, we got another one. I told y'all them yellow and them orange super chats is from the Cali Enigma $10 super chat to kick it off. He said, "Fuck Jim Lampley for continuing to hate on American fighters, especially the black ones." That's Lampley. Bang bang. But I'm telling you, my promise to you, my pack, is just a continuation. I don't really plan on doing nothing different. Continuation of what I did last year, but just more of it. You know what I'm saying? HBO, they tripping. Bob Arum done took all his best fighters off the network. They still got Golden Boy, but Canelo's one loss away from his stock going down. What I mean by that, if he loses to Golovkin, his stock definitely drops because this is a tiebreaker fight, so he better hope he wins. David Lemieux looked like shit versus Billy Joe Saunders. And then the rest of the guys, like shout out to my dude Ryan Garcia, Marlon Esparza, they're still on the come up. They're still not fighting world-class competition, nor have they had the same type of promotion that would make them pay-per-view stars. And then you look at people like Joseph Jojo Diaz. I mean, he's supposed to fight Gary Russell Jr. That's a tough fight. You know what I'm saying? Diego De La Hoya. Who does HBO really have? They just got Daniel Jacobs. That's good. Same thing with Golovkin. If Golovkin loses to Canelo, his stock goes down. You know what I mean? The Canelo Triple G is Ward Kovalev rematch. It's the same principle. We need clarification on who won, and it's not going to look good for the loser. Straight up. Listen, the Triple G is too old. That's a cop-out. You know what I'm saying? That's an excuse. He's 35. Mayweather beat Canelo's ass at like 36, 37. So skills pay the bills. And I don't give a fuck about, oh, it's because Mayweather, he has a style that's preserved. That's Golovkin's fault. If Golovkin hasn't worked on his defense or slickness or ways to minimize punishment, and he takes punches with his head, or if Pacquiao jumps into punches, fighting bigger dudes like that, that is their problem. I don't care. If people like Bernard Hopkins can fight to age 51 based on having fundamentals and a jab and a brain and stuff like that, then it's no one else's fault for the Ruslan Provodnikovs or, you know what I mean, Antoine Douglas, when they're young and they're having to quit. You know what I mean? Robert Guerrero he lost probably 5 out of his last 7 fights. That's because Robert Guerrero, I'm gonna tell you Robert Guerrero's thing, and he's from the Bay Area like me, so it's not hate, I'm just giving you my real. He started listening to his daddy too much. You know what I mean? This whole machista, you guys like this guy? Beat up his wife in front of his kid, like all that, don't run, he ran, bro, like all that, that's stupid. And the worst part about it for Robert Guerrero specifically is when he was a featherweight, when he was in them lighter divisions, he could box. He actually showed his fundamentals, but he made the worst mistake you can do. One of them, Robert Guerrero was a big featherweight. I don't even know how he's making featherweight in them little divisions, like Vicente Escobedo and them fights. I don't know how he's even making that. So when you were a big featherweight and big for the divisions and sparring Pacquiao and shit, then maybe you should be fighting the fight style that you're fighting against welterweights. But Keith Thurman knocked out someone at 153. Why are you fighting him heads up and not boxing? You know what I mean? Why are you fighting Berto toe-to-toe war? These guys are naturally bigger and stronger than you. You know what I'm saying? Even if he won some of those fights. Omar Figueroa, Floyd Mayweather, you know what I'm saying? So to me, it doesn't make sense that he started fighting like that. Shout out to the Cali Enigma, another super chat, $5 this time. He says, you know Jim Lampley will use that excuse if Triple G loses. Listen, as long I can't change the world, but like Pac said, I will spark the brain. As long as I give you guys the keys and the tools and the things as I see, you guys can decipher what it is and what it isn't. If I'm full of shit, then prove me wrong. You know what I mean? Or like I always say, look at what people say then and look what people say now. All that shit they were saying about Chocolatito, and Jim Lampley turned his back on Chocolatito. Point blank, period. Y'all saying he was #1 pound for pound, and then as soon as Sor Rungvisai knocked him out in the rematch, all of a sudden he's no longer the same fighter, and you move on to Lomachenko or whoever the fuck you move on to. It's foul. This boxing is a brutal game, man. Brutal game. So if he tries to say, oh, Golovkin was old, I mean, that's up to him. But to me, it has nothing to do with age with Golovkin. He's lacked what he's lacked the whole time, but he's offensive and he's very great at it. Listen, new media. A lot of people, they say, oh, you're lying, and HBO never abandoned Chocolatito, things like that. I see the comments, you know what I mean? People leave comments on videos. So, like Bruce Lee said in Dragon, okay, I'll prove it. Fight Hub TV. Bang! Jim Lampley says Chocolatito can't come back from Sora Rungvisai knockout, reacts to the fight. 49,000 views 3 months ago, immediately after. Once again, bang, bang. Jim Lampley says Chocolatito can't come back from Sora Rungvisai knockout, reacts to the fight. So how is that not turning their back on the guy that they anointed #1 pound for pound? Why would you say he can't come back? Great, your co-host Roy Jones, he's been knocked out before and he came back to win fights. So why are you saying that? Why are you saying that about Chocolatito? He's not even that old. He's probably like 30 something. People, oh yeah, HBO didn't turn their back. What is that? You guys explain that. How is that not turning your back on somebody? If you said they were the best ever, TBE, and they're the successor to Mayweather, #1 pound for pound, and then as soon as they lose and get dominated by an unknown commodity in Rungvisai, you say he can't come back from that knockout. I've seen people get knocked out worse. So you tell me who won. I see them, they run. These dudes ain't got enough ammunition to fuck with me. And I tell you all the time, the beautiful thing about new media, listen, all the people, oh, fake media and oh, blah, 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 you're no different. Then everybody should do what I'm doing and show it. And that's the great thing about the YouTube platform, is it's documented. All this shit is documented. So the video, I have a video where I said HBO turned their back on Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez. The reason I said it, from videos like this, interviews like this. Jim Lampley, who worked for HBO, says Chocolatito can't come back from Sora Rungvisai knockout, reacts to the fight. So if I'm wrong, like Cassidy said, prove I'm lying if I ain't correct. How is that not turning your back? Why would you say that the guy that you just said was #1 pound for pound, which when we think of pound for pound, we think of the ultimate skills. You know what I mean? The best fighter in the world. If they were genetically enhanced, so you could put them in any division, that style would prevail. Like if Floyd Mayweather was a cruiserweight and he was of adequate size and shit, he would beat any other cruiserweight with the way he the style in which he fights. Chocolatito was a good fighter. He was solid, but he was never the #1 pound for pound. Fighting Carlos Cuadras with swollen eyes. You know what I mean? Having a tough time with Arroyo. Moving up 3 pounds and getting dropped by Rungvisai. Do you honestly, real shit, Floyd, we know Floyd was #1 pound for pound. Does anyone, we could do a hot seat right now. Does anyone believe that Floyd Mayweather would lose to Sora Rungvisai at any weight? Like if they're in the same weight division, does anyone think Rungvisai would beat Floyd Mayweather? And if so, you're in the hot seat and explain this. The guy that knocked out Chocolatito. Same thing with Lomachenko. They're saying Lomachenko is better than Floyd, could beat Floyd, better than Ali, greatest prototype fighter, all that. Would Floyd lose to Orlando Salido? Does anyone believe that? Orlando Salido, who got knocked out in his pro debut. No, don't get it twisted. I like Salido. He's a good fighter. He's tough. You know what he comes to bring. But does anybody believe Salido has what it takes to beat Floyd Mayweather at any weight? Floyd fought Salido type styles that were bigger than Salido and probably bigger punchers. So how the fuck would Floyd lose to them? But Lomachenko lost to him. And don't tell me, oh, it's his second fight. I know it's his second fight, but that's his team's decision to fight him in his second fight. That's their fault. They could have done what every other fighter that turns pro does, get 7 to 10 fights or whatever of bums, you know what I mean, get a feel for the game, but they wanted to prove a point, and they came up short. So that's forever going to haunt Lomachenko, and he still hasn't avenged that loss. But like I said, is anyone really believe Rungvisai would beat Mayweather? Like, honestly, anyone really believe that Salido would beat Floyd at any division? Oh my gosh. Emmanuel Salinas, typical casual. Castillo beat Floyd. Castillo is way taller than Salido, and he was in prime, and he didn't get knocked out in his pro debut. So you bring up Castillo because you know you can't disprove the fucking point. You know what I'm saying? And once again, what they always do to black fighters oftentimes gave the person a chance to duplicate what they did again. Sugar Ray Leonard, Roberto Duran beat his ass. Sugar Ray came back the same year, months later, and made Roberto Duran quit. And then he beat him again. Mayweather gave Castillo a fair one. He says, oh, there's criticism over this win. Later that year, 6-8 months later, the same year, same calendar year, he rematched Castillo. Andre Ward, oh, there's controversy. I think I could have did better versus Kovalev. Let me show you the separation now. Then he came back and stopped Kovalev. So I'm not trying to hear Maidana had, listen. See, now you're going to get bodied. Maidana, oh, he beat Floyd's ass. It was a draw. Floyd fought him the same year in a rematch, and Maidana couldn't do shit except for that one punch at the end of round 3. And got hurt more in the second fight, right? Now, on the flip side, a fighter like Manny Pacquiao, that motherfucker fought Juan Manuel Marquez 4 fucking times, and not one of them shits was a clear-cut, easy victory for him. He had 4 chances to fight the same motherfucker in Marquez, and he got, ultimately, in the last fight they fought, he got stretched, face plant. You know what I'm saying? Castillo got his second chance at redemption to prove that he was better than Floyd. You know what I mean? Maidana got his chance. Kovalev got his chance. Kovalev go, oh, he retired because of he didn't want the trilogy. He can say all that shit. But these guys got the opportunity. Sugar Ray Leonard gave Duran the opportunity to beat him again. Right? So bringing up Castillo, you just sound stupid because they had the opportunity to show that they were greater and they came up short. If you can do something once, you can do it again. That's what I firmly believe that. Can anyone do it like a backflip or something and you can only do it once and for the rest of your life you can never do a backflip again? Just like, oh, once and done. I don't believe in that. The bottom line, Castillo was not more skilled than Floyd. Floyd complained about his rotator cuff, got it handled, and then he beat Castillo cleaner. Just drop it. And then once again, y'all motherfuckers bring up fights from 15 years ago. You probably didn't even watch Mayweather versus Castillo. You're a casual and you just repeat what other people say. You know what I'm saying? Like, what was Castillo's best round to that dude? Salinas, what's his best round? Put him, look, let's see if he responds. Salinas, the one that brought up Castillo, what was Castillo's best round? See, he don't know. You don't know. You can't break down the fight. And what Castillo, you're a fucking groupie and you repeat what other people say. Oh, Castillo, Mayweather lost to Castillo. You were probably born after the Castillo fight or some stupid shit. But anyway, listen, if you had a chance for a rematch and you get beat worse, then as far as I'm concerned, that pretty much settles the first fight when it was super close. And here's another person, Canelo Alvarez. Love Canelo to death, but did he rematch Erislandy Lara? Did he rematch Erislandy Lara? Why didn't Canelo ever fight Erislandy Lara again? Close fight. Why didn't he rematch him again? Why didn't he ever rematch him? Because he knows it was a hard fight, and they wanted to just, oh, we got past it. Thank you, Levi Martinez, for that weak-ass 117, 111 scorecard, right? Listen, you see how the boy Salinas, he came back 5 minutes later when I'm talking about a whole different subject, and then now he's quoting around. get the fuck out of here. You clearly could have researched that. Because when I immediately asked the question, it was all quiet on the Western Front. Moving on. Why did Canelo not rematch Erislandy Lara? Why did Vasil Lomachenko not rematch Salido? Because they wanted to improve, and they either got the loss or got past the fight, and they wanted to just move on. Why is Triple G likely not going to fight Danny Jacobs in his next 2 or 3 fights? Because he got past it, and they're content. And fans like you accept that. Oh, shit. You beat Jacobs. Not to me. Not to a lot of people. But you're content with him just moving on. All right, RR1000. We got a groupie. You're in the hot seat. He says, leave Canelo alone, and put like 6 exclamation points. What am I leaving Canelo alone about? So we can all hear how much of a man fan you are, a fan of another man. Why do I need to leave Canelo alone? We're waiting. He said, leave Canelo. You remember that video of that gay dude? And he was like, leave Britney alone. When people were messing with Britney Spears, that's what you sound. Leave Canelo alone. What the fuck you mean, leave him alone? See, this is what I'm talking about with the man fans. Fans of another man to the point where it's like, leave him alone. I didn't say anything fictitious. I didn't make up anything about Canelo. I'm giving my honest opinion, and you talking about leave Cinnamon alone. Leave him alone. Listen, you got 10 seconds to answer my question. Why am I leaving Canelo alone? And what did I say? What did I say? What did I say that was incorrect? Oh, wow, we got a real big man fan. Emmanuel Salinas, the same one that brought up Castillo. Name another fighter who fills up 50,000 seats. What about Anthony Joshua? Hey, get this. Listen, somebody take Emmanuel Salinas out of here. And who cares how many seats he's filling up? What does that have to do with him giving a lot of a rematch? A fight that was competitive and close, and a lot of push for a rematch. Get Salinas out of here. One of my mods, one of my top shooters, get him out of here. Thank you. And then where's this other clown talking about leave Canelo? If one of my moderators see this leave Canelo alone dude with exclamations, get him out of here too, so we can keep going. See, this is what I'm talking about. New media, they don't even say that you're lying. They know they can't go heads up with you and prove you're lying or whatever. So they say stupid shit. Leave Canelo alone. Who else sells 50,000? What does 50,000 have to do with the quality of the fighter or them not fighting a rematch that they should have fought? For clarification, just like Ward did. Crazy, just like Floyd did. The only 2 people that, you know what I mean, where fans were really, oh, hey, this was close. He gave them fighters a rematch the same year. Leave Canelo alone. Listen, we have 200 plus people in here. We need to be over 100 likes. Smash the like button. Let's get it cracking. Listen, we can't let the imbeciles and the haters do better than us in 2018. And I'm not just saying it because it's my video. I feel like I'm talking about real shit, and we got to always let that outshine. The haters are going to come, drop dislikes and drop ignorance and no knowledge and shit. I can't control that, except for in the hot seat. But we got to do better than them. So I need y'all support on that in that regard. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it's real talk. This is a funny thing about boxing. Funny thing about boxing is this. Amir Khan gets a bad rap. People say shit about his chin. I mean, sometimes Amir Khan does say things that, in my personal opinion, seem kind of delusional, like chasing Pacquiao like that, and Mayweather. It seems obsessive. So, I mean, just because I'm saying this doesn't mean I agree with everything Amir Khan has ever done. But you know what you can't take away from Amir Khan? No matter what you say about his chin or anything, he got hard. He pursued a Lamont Peterson rematch, which was a close fight. That's fact. Lamont Peterson had elevated levels of testosterone, so the rematch got canceled right around the time Berto had a failed drug test or some shit too, right? This is a fact. He is expressed wanting to fight Danny Garcia in the rematch, and he got knocked out by him, right? He's expressed wanting to fight Keith Thurman recently and Errol Spence Jr. Now, do I think he beats him? No, I'm not going to say that. I mean, obviously, Spence has way more momentum, and so does Thurman. But the thing is, he got heart. He at least goes after, you know what I'm saying, some shit. Jumping up to fight Canelo. Everyone else said it was a suicide mission. He still did it. You know what I mean? Versus, like, I'm not saying Lomachenko don't have heart, but why haven't we seen Salido rematch? Why? Why haven't we seen that rematch? But I do think Khan acted funny style with Kell Brook. That fight, I think a lot of that had to do with Khan. But I mean, aside from that, he got heart, and he shows you that time and time again. He was tagging Danny's ass up, pause. Yeah, but I don't look at boxing the way some of you guys do. Listen, everyone keeps saying that Khan was tagging Danny's ass up. Yep, Danny had a cut over his head, but Khan controlled the first 2 rounds. Danny clearly won the 3rd and 4th round. So who would you rather be at the end of that fight? It only went 4 rounds. You would rather be Khan tagging up Danny Garcia and drawing a cut, or would you rather be the person that knocked out the other person, knocked him down 3 times, and then stopped him and had Kenny Bayless like, nah. You know what I'm saying? So, like, some of you guys, your philosophies on boxing are weird. It was a lucky punch. Well, goddamn it, I'd rather be the guy that landed the lucky punch, had 3 knockdowns and got the stoppage, than the guy who had trouble with someone's speed for 2 rounds. They do this with Pacquiao versus Marquez. That was a very competitive fight in the 4th fight. You know what I'm saying? And people always talk, oh, Marquez, he was about to get stopped. His nose was bleeding. Well, I'd rather be the person with the bloody nose standing up like this than be face planted and all my fans think I'm dead, like Pacquiao. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it's really weird that fans like bring up these like what ifs, and you would rather you telling me in the Marquez Pacquiao 4 fight you would rather have been Pacquiao bloodying up Marquez's nose. Marquez scored the first knockdown. Pacquiao scored the 2nd knockdown. And then Pacquiao was getting to Marquez, but ultimately he got greedy. He had a cornered animal and he got stretched. So again, you would rather be Pacquiao over Marquez in that equation? To me, that's weird. I'd rather be the person who was in the movie Flatliners, whose soul left the canvas, than to be the person with the bloody nose who's getting pieced up in rounds 5 and 6 and got hurt. It's like a no-brainer. Oh, wow, that's a good point. Khan didn't fight in 2017. Wow. No, I was really worried for Pacquiao in that fourth fight. I thought he was like, you know what I mean? I was like, damn, is he straight? Like, he's just like really, that was one of the worst knockouts of the decade. And it just happened so quick. You know, the funny thing is this, like knockouts like that, they're brutal. They're just like when Erickson Lubin got knocked out by Charlo, I'm just watching it. Nothing really even happened in the first round. It wasn't even looking like it was going to lead towards that. I mean, the Pacquiao Marquez, it did look like that action and drama was there, but like the Charlo Lubin shit, that was out of nowhere. I'm like, what? Did someone snipe him from the rafters? What happened to Lubin? You know what I mean? But it's the one punch can change everything. All right. We got some more comedians in here, so tell me if this is a funny joke. Crawford would beat Ego first round knockout. Is that funny to anybody, or should I block him? If it's funny, y'all can be honest. He says Terrence Crawford would beat Ego and knock him out in the first round. Like, okay. Like, is that like worthy of you even being here? Jeffrey Guy, please get him out of here. His name is Gunman Peter, G-U-H-M Peter. Like, y'all some cornballs. Crawford's my dude. I got pictures with Crawford. It just, you know what I mean? I always give him fair coverage. Been to multiple of his fights, but y'all talking about, oh, Crawford would not. Me and Crawford wouldn't even be in the same weight class. You know what I'm saying? Y'all sound stupid. I weigh like, what is Crawford at? I probably weigh almost 90 pounds more than Crawford, but whatever. It's not like I'm not gonna turn this like you making it like I'm beefing with Crawford. Bud is that dude. He's the killer. But anyway, y'all be putting that stupid shit. We having a party. We having a block party. But anyway, y'all gonna learn, at least in 2018. Dana White says, Conor McGregor wants Mayweather bad. I want him in the UFC. Listen, they want Floyd in the UFC so bad because that's like their vindication. That's their vindication for it. Like, really? Listen, it doesn't even make sense. Like, Floyd fought you as the A side, stopped you in the 10th round, made a bigger purse than you, carried you in the fight. Why the fuck would he come to the octagon? Like, honestly. I mean, listen, this is what they want so bad. They want the A side to forget he's the A side and give them the advantage. Like, I remember Carl Froch and Andre Ward. Andre Ward beat you with one hand, right? He beat you with one hand, and Carl Froch is like trying to act like I'm the A side. He needs to come to the UK. Why don't you come to Oakland since he beat you? You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's cool. Like, Kovalev's a road warrior. He fought Pacquiao, beat him, and then came back to Canada to fight Pacquiao. But you're not obligated to go to your enemy's territory when you beat somebody. It's like, why would Floyd give in to Conor McGregor? He got stopped. He's not a bigger star than Floyd, and he didn't win the fight. And he didn't even come close to winning the fight to me. You know what I mean? Why would he concede and succumb to Conor's wishes? That's like Eddie Alvarez got his ass whooped by Conor McGregor, so the fight wasn't even close. Would you expect Eddie Alvarez to fight Conor in a rematch, and Conor got to come to Philly next to the gym where Eddie Alvarez trains? Like, why? That doesn't even make sense. Conor's the bigger star. He already knocked out and beat Eddie Alvarez. So how would Eddie Alvarez get home court advantage and, you know what I mean, the bigger purse and shit like that? Floyd is 40. Y'all got to deal with it. You should. And see, this is the thing I hate about the excuses. Conor was like, my knuckles, my fists are bigger than his head, and I'm from a more ruthless sport, and he can't beat me. He's an old man. Now all of a sudden he beat you. And you talking about, oh, I wish I had a rematch. Like, well, guess what? I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. I wish I had a girl. If I did, I would call. Like, you know what I'm saying? Bit, you dumb. I don't know who you talking to, but I'm not him. I Slim, so watch what you do. Yeah, I mean, it would make no sense for Floyd to concede anything as the A side. And the man that knocked out the, you know what I mean? That's like Pacquiao. He didn't do shit when he fought Floyd. So if they rematch, if Floyd rematches, then they got to fight in the Philippines and give, you know what I mean, give Pacquiao a major advantage. That's just stupid. That doesn't make sense to me. Y'all got to make it make sense. Listen, y'all are desperate as fuck. Y'all desperate as fuck. You want a 40-year-old who's semi-retired, took 2 years off, came back and made it look easy versus Conor McGregor and bruised up his pride, and now he's selling whiskey, hasn't fought since, and now you want the 40-year-old to come back and switch sports at that age. See, when Conor switched sports, he's like 27, 28, maybe 29 when he switched sports. And he was boxing as a kid. He was boxing as a kid. Yo, my shooters, be on deck. I just blocked Gamer Jay. He's talking like an idiot. Be on deck for people like that. Because this, again, the man fans are starting to come out. Because we're talking about real life subjects, being real. So shooters on deck. Hey, that's what I'm gonna start saying. Shooters on deck. Y'all know what it is, man. They start talking crazy. Listen, Ali Diego, he just said Pacquiao versus Alvarado is the best fight. LOL. If Pacquiao fights Alvarado, I'm gonna be hot. And I don't care. He's a Hall of Famer and all that. That's some bullshit. That's that bullshit. If he fights Mike Alvarado, like, you gotta stop. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least Even the guy that knocked out Diego Chavez or some shit, at least that would be better. He's coming off a signature, you know what I mean, win, beat a Diego Chavez. But yeah, fight Luis Collazo or something. He's healed from his injury. If he fights Mike Alvarado, that's terrible. Listen, where's Constantine Panamara? Where is he at anyway? I haven't even seen him. I don't know what's been up. I don't know anything. Sean Porter, Pacquiao is a good fight. They should spar together. What do y'all think of Crawford versus Jeff Horn? Who's giving Jeff Horn a shot? Who's giving Jeff Horn a shot versus Crawford? Horn is not no fucking crafty. Do you watch boxing? Because I've seen a couple comments you've left that is very questionable. Crafty? Sergio Mora is crafty. Anytime I think of Jeff Horn, crafty is not the word that comes to mind. Crafty? If you said he's durable, he's strong, he's relentless, I could deal with any of them words. But crafty? Where's the craft? What are you talking about? That's like saying Sor Rungvisai. Sor Rungvisai is actually more crafty to me than Jeff Horn. But neither one, you know what I mean? Awkward, very tough. Those are all good adjectives. But crafty? What did he ever show? Bernard Hopkins is crafty. He knows little subtle veteran tricks to do, when to do them and shit. But Jeff Horn crafty? I don't know what type of boxing y'all be watching. That's like saying Jeff Horn's slick. Jeff Horn got a fucking scar on his forehead above his eye or whatever because he's so crafty. And every single fight, listen, I don't have nothing against Jeff Horn. His career, like Biggie said, your reign on top was short as leprechauns. His career is going to be very short because you can't get in there like you're cut the fuck up and bruised and getting scar tissue every fight. You fought a guy, Gary Corcoran, who had been knocked out by Liam Williams, and you got a nasty cut. You fought Pacquiao and you're bleeding and hurt badly. So we're going to see that craft. We're going to see that craft. You're not supposed to listen. Floyd Mayweather, now we're talking about crafty. Floyd Mayweather, how many times has he been cut in fights? And it's not like he's never fought awkward Emmanuel Augustus. Cotto's a bit awkward. Maidana's a bit awkward. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like he never fought no one that's awkward. He got cut in the Maidana fight. But how many other fights can you think of his face looking like shit? Shout out to Dre Day. Shmoney Gang, $5 super chat. What up, Ego? Keep up this good work. I don't know why they hate. Nothing but knowledge. Real boxer talk during these streams. Respect. I know why they hate. Because they want to be in this role so bad. But I paid my dues, you know what I mean? And God willing, with the fans, we kept growing. You know what I mean? So, I mean, that's why they hate. Like I said, listen to what people say. Oh, Ego sucks. He's fucking biased. I stopped watching him. But they know all my latest shit. They know what I'm talking about in live streams. 3-hour, 2-hour live streams. How you know what I'm talking about at different parts of those live streams if you don't watch me? It sickens you to watch me and all this shit. These dudes is full of shit. Floyd didn't get cut by Maidana. It was a headbutt. I never said he got cut by Maidana. I said he got cut in the Maidana fight. And that's a fact. I never said what caused the cut, Poindexter. I just said he got cut in that fight. When you lit, you lit. I agree. And you know what I'm saying? They want to be new media so bad. That's why they keep coming up with these. Oh yeah, you made excuses for Tank Davis and Lomachenko, but Keith Thurman and Errol Spence. What does Keith Thurman and Errol Spence got to do with Lomachenko and Tank Davis? Where's the? How is that analogous? How is that synonymous with each other? When Errol Spence is a champion, Keith Thurman is a champion, and Tank Davis currently is not a champion. And then they say something else, switch it. Fuck belts. Why is it fuck belts? That's a fact. It's some easy ass work. Smash the like button, man. We're gonna just keep rocking. Thurman has 2 belts. Brandon Rio said, "Don't jump on his dick when he beats Swift." Wow. I mean, if he beats him. But like, this is, see, I'm realistic. A lot of these people, listen, when you come to this channel, even if you don't agree with what I'm saying or whatever, I feel I'm realistic and logical. Some people don't even tell you shit. It's like, it reminds me of Eddie Murphy Raw when he was talking about, Bill Cosby was talking about, he called him, he said, my son went to your show and all you were doing was cussing. And he said, I got mad at Bill for that, so I called Richard Pryor. And he says, you can't say filth, Lauren, and filth. And he said he was talking to Richard Pryor. He was like, it's not like I just went out there and came out there and just said, hey, what's up? Suck my dick, motherfucker. Have a good night. You know what I mean? That's what people do to my streams. Y'all act like you can't just come out with no cussing show. Like, hey, what's up? Fuck you, suck my dick, motherfucker. Have a good night. Like, that's what they do with these live streams. They'll take one, oh, someone got blocked, now I block everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like I just run around blocking everybody, just looking for people to block. It's not that. You say stupid shit, you'll get blocked. You can't just have no fucking blocking show. You just can't have no cussing show. Hey, what's up? Fuck y'all. Shit. Suck my dick, motherfucker. Good night. Like I just block, you block all y'all bitches. Hate all y'all. I'm out. It's not what I do here. You know what I mean? But that's what they try to make it like. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he goes, he just gets mad and blocks people. Why do you care who I block? How does that affect your life? You know what I mean? Can you not wake up and eat cereal in the morning because I block someone on my channel? You know what I'm saying? I'm putting blocks on all you. I'll Denzel block everybody. We just have a fucking blockathon. Like, why do you care? Crazy. But yeah, man, this shit is funny. I'll fuck around, block everybody. Yeah, okay, block. I'm putting blocks on all you. Hey, someone did that Oprah. You get a block. Everybody blocks. Like, that's just my show. I just block people. Seems legit. And see, listen to what they say. How am I, listen, if that's the real concept, oh, Ego, he's so rude to his audience, he just blocks them. Why am I getting support that they acknowledge, like, oh, you gotta be stupid. You gotta be stupid. Why are you giving him super chats? Why would people give super chats and support if I just had a blocking show and I'm just like, fuck y'all, suck my dick, motherfucker, block, bitch. If I'm just having a block, you know what I mean, fest, why would anyone support the channel? And why would the numbers not be reflective of that? Why would people get blocked and then build fake accounts to come back? The proof is in the pudding, people. But anyway, I don't even remember what we were talking about before all this. Listen, Saunders hit me with one of these. He was up here, he beat David Lemieux in that fashion. I was like, oh. Then he started saying that stuff about Jacobs, and I was like, oh. So it kind of took it down real quick. But yeah, man, y'all act like I just block people. And see, that's what I'm saying. Like, some people, if you go to their channel, their real life channel, it's like, where's the knowledge? They're not even like really talking about nothing. It's just like, oh, Garcia versus Brandon Rios, cherry picking again. This is bullshit. PBC with their bullshit. Cherry picked. Cherries, everybody. Cherries. I'm out of here. They're not even talking about nothing. The fight's done. You can't do nothing about it. So analyze it. You know what I mean? Break down the fight. To me, I told you. I broke down the fight. Garcia's coming off 11-month layoff by the time the fight happens. And he didn't really look good versus Keith Thurman, to be honest. And I picked him to beat Thurman. You know what I'm saying? but he didn't look good. So like, why would he come back if like realistically? I want to see Spence get the big money fights as much as the next person. But literally, why would Garcia coming back off of that immediately fight Sean Porter, Errol Spence, or Keith Thurman? I mean, like honestly, is that like good direction from his team? Like honestly, do you think that's like Antoine Douglas just got stopped by Spike O'Sullivan or whatever, and then you say, oh, he needs to come back and fight Golovkin? Like, come on. Listen, does that make any sense to you? If Spike O'Sullivan just beat you, and then you fight Golovkin in your next fight, like, come on, man. You got to be reasonable. I mean, and see, this is the thing. Keith Thurman, I said the same thing. I want to see Errol Spence get a shot at Keith Thurman. Yes, I do, and I've been very vocal about that on my channel. But I've also acknowledged that he's deserving of a tune-up. I never said he needs to come back. He can't, even if he wanted to fight Spence, which he doesn't look like he does. But even if he wanted to fight him ASAP, he can't. Spence already has a fight. Barclays, Robert Easter, Javier Fortuna, that's already done. So, you know what I mean? That buys Keith Thurman some time to get his tune-up in. It's what happens after that point. And it's what Keith Thurman is saying. And Keith Thurman is talking about, like, it's like that, kind of like what Joshua's doing. Oh, when the time is right, and I got the 2 belts, so physically speaking, and there's this esoteric, like, no one's really trying to hear none of that spirituality and like flute playing. Like, it's like, do you want to fight him or not? You know what I mean? Oh, and Terrence Crawford, I've watched him grow, and he's a damn good fighter, but he's not relevant. We all know that Crawford is relevant. I mean, it's kind of like a disrespect to say Crawford's not relevant, even though he hasn't fought at 147. Listen, here. Broner has fought at 47. Who's more relevant at 47? Crawford, who hasn't fought at 47, or Broner at 47, who fought Granados and Maidana, Paulie? Basically, Sean Porter was at welterweight. Who's more relevant? Who would you say is more relevant to beating people at top-level guys at 147? So, you know what I mean? You're not going to be able to fool and bamboozle the public. Even though Bud ain't fought nobody, which is true, at 47, he's still more relevant than guys up there. I mean, this is no shade, but like Josecito Lopez. Is Bud less revered, even though he has no fights at 47? Would you pick Josecito to beat Bud? You know what I'm saying? Would you pick Josecito to beat any of the top guys? You know what I mean? Some people would actually pick Crawford to beat Thurman or Spence. Would you pick Josecito to beat Thurman or Spence? You know what I'm saying? So he's very relevant, even though he hasn't fought up there. That's what I'm saying. You can't just fool the public. The public's not foolish. You know what I'm saying? Where they're just gonna swallow that. Oh yeah, hey. And even if you want to play Crawford and use like, oh, he's on the top rank side. Okay, Errol Spence ain't on the top rank side. And he's a champion, so he's relevant. So, you know what I mean? What reason to not fight him? You know what I mean? I keep saying this, man. I really feel like a lot of fighters, everybody wants to be Money Mayweather without going through the pretty boy Floyd stages, and that's not how the game works. If you earn your stripes and you get it in, you know what I mean, out the mud, then the money's gonna come, the fame's gonna come, the accolades, the legacy, all that will come. I assure you. Like I mean, even like I can speak from behalf of me, my YouTube channel. When I first started, I would get like 30 likes, 30 views in a 24-hour period of time, literally. Maybe if I'm lucky, 5 comments, maybe. But I've been doing this for like 4 years, you know what I mean? And I've been consistent with it. So I've earned my stripes and I paid my dues. That's why it's funny when people like small channels take shots at me, because it doesn't work like that. I pay my dues, and I didn't use nobody else's name to come up in this game. You know what I'm saying? I didn't piggyback off Ellie Sekback's name and start dissing him or anybody. You know what I mean? So that's the ultimate thing. You got to earn your stripes. And these fan of a man, they always keep coming up with excuses why great fights shouldn't happen. Broner versus Amir Khan, I love it. Excellent fight. Excellent fight. And that's about where both fighters should be in their career. Khan got brutally knocked out by Canelo, and he needs to win, but he has good boxing ability. probably a little bit taller than Broner, has speed. Broner doesn't throw that many punches, but he's athletic. He has, I would say, more power than Khan. You know what I mean? So if he catches Khan, who knows? You know what I mean? And he's coming off a Mikey Garcia loss. I respect that. That's a good fight. See, but I'm realistic. Like, even like I said, Danny Garcia versus Rios. See, a lot of people are just stuck in the old ways, like old media. It used to be fashionable to just run with whatever you hear. Oh, PBC's going down, and this is the demise and the early warning signs. But PBC is not doing a bad job to me. You know what I mean? Are there things they can improve? Sure, absolutely. But there's things Golden Boy can improve. Like, one, their president or whatever, De La Hoya's CEO, him not contradicting himself, saying Conor McGregor, fuck you, Floyd, and then later on saying I want to fight Conor McGregor. So, I mean, realistically, and like begging PBC fighters to come over to Golden Boy. So realistically, you can nitpick the stuff Bob Arum could do different. Like, if you say Mikey Garcia will quit and get stopped versus Lomachenko, make that fight next. After Lipinets, make that fight. You know what I mean? But PBC's doing well. And nobody's fucking with PBC's cards. Their cards. Listen to me, people. I'm going to give you just a quick, this off the top of my head. Lamont Peterson, Errol Spence Jr. On that same card, Robert Easter Jr., a champion, versus a former champion in the lighter division, Javier Fortuna. That should be a good action fight. You know what I mean? They may even put Jermall Charlo versus Hugo Centeno Jr. on that, right? Brandon Rios, Danny Garcia. Two former champions. Should be an entertaining fight. Undercard, you have a great rematch between Ron Gavril of TMT and David Benavidez, a champion with the WBC. First fight was, you know what I mean, close. Wilder versus Luis Ortiz, and they're trying to put Andre Dirrell versus Uzcategui. And if you guys don't remember, that's Dirrell's last fight where the uncle jumped in the ring and punched Uzcategui because Dirrell got sucker punched after the bell. So that first fight was good, and Dirrell got like unfairly knocked out in a fight he started like doing good for. So that's on the Wilder Ortiz card. So tell me what Top Rank or Golden Boy cards are stacking them like that. And if you really, you can't say that because most of the time they're not. I would say the last one I could think of for Top Rank was probably Gilberto Zurdo Ramirez versus Jesse Hart, and then Oscar Valdez. That was a good fight. He fought that Filipino guy. You know what I mean? But I literally was at Canelo Golovkin in Las Vegas. You guys seen all the coverage in the T-Mobile Arena, and I do not remember one memorable fight on the undercard of Canelo Triple G. Main event delivered, and that was a pay-per-view. You know what I mean? PBC's giving you that for like back-to-back months. You know what I mean? What's the name? Oh, I forgot. Mikey Garcia versus Sergey Lipinets. I don't even know. I don't remember what they're... Oh, they're putting Kirill Relic versus Rancis Bartholomew on that card. See what I'm talking about? So that's January. That's cards in January, February, Wilder Ortiz in March. You know what I mean? And we know the fights or the fighters. Another February card is the Rios Garcia. You know what I'm saying? So PBC's doing it. You know what I mean? HBO's like trying to create cards. You know what I mean? Or create interest, like that Cletus. Come on, Cletus. Come on, Cletus. That's all every time. That Cletus Selden dude. Oh, he's the Hebrew Hammer. Well, he was getting his ass Hebrew hammered in that last fight in Canada on that Lemieux Saunders. You know what I mean? Just like Antoine Douglas, he was getting Hebrew hammered for real. Oh, shout out to my dude J-Dog, my moderator. He also said the Mikey Garcia Sergey, he hit me on Twitter and told me this. Mikey Garcia versus Sergey Lipinets has a rematch, the Kirill Relic, which is a controversial fight, Kirill Relic, Rancis Bartholomew. But he also hit me up. Shout out to my dude J-Dog, who's one of the moderators. Money Powell is going to be on that card. And Money Powell is a prospect to watch that everybody's like talking about, and he's signed with Ringstar. So they're keeping him active. And then they just announced that they're trying to do, I don't know if they're putting on the same card, but a light heavyweight, Badu Jack versus Adonis Stevenson. That's a good fight. All the people who are mad at Adonis Stevenson for not fighting top names in the last 2 or 3 years, or fights that people really gave the opponent much shot, that's a good fight. Badu Jack has, since his loss, his knockout loss, he's definitely earned his stripe. And they're talking about maybe putting on the undercard. I know they ordered it, but a leader Alvarez, who's Adonis is mandatory, versus the Nail Vodstik, Alexander Vodstik. That's a good fight. Listen, I've been on over an hour. We're at 200 plus people. We got to get close to the 200 mark with the likes. Please hit the like button if you're just rocking with the cool stream. We haven't went overboard and did a bunch of hot seats and stuff. Everybody's being cool and chill. So do that solid and hit that. Adonis Stevenson gonna knock Badu Jack out. Let's see it. I mean, it's a good fight. Badu Jack he went up his first fight and beat the shit out of Nathan Cleverly. So that's a good fight. As far as I'm, listen, Thomas Top Dog Williams, that's the last fight where he was coming off like a real good performance that I can remember that Adonis even fought. You know what I mean? Because he had knocked out Edwin Rodriguez. I was at that fight too, at the StubHub. You know, and coming off that, he fought Adonis. But from Farah, he came off the Chad Dawson win, but he was losing that fight, and then he got a late knockout. See, look, Jeffrey Guy, one of my moderators, he says, I got Badu Jack over Adonis. That's how you know it's the mark of a good fight. Not everyone is picking Stevenson, and not everyone's picking Jack. So, you know what I mean? This is proof. So where are all the PBC detractors and people said they're running out of money and shit like that? I mean, let me know. You know what I mean? Stevenson got fucking cracks. But, actually, here, I'm gonna ask you guys a question. Who do you think has had tougher fights in the last 2-3 years? Adonis Stevenson or Badu Jack? I would say Badu Jack, to be honest. Badu Jack fought James DeGale, George Groves, Anthony Durrell, Nathan Cleverly, his first fight. So, you know what I mean? It's a good fight. Jack has had a tougher schedule. I thought Anthony Durrell was going to beat him. George Groves, I'm like, that can go either way. James DeGale, you know what I mean? This was before Caleb Truax and all this shit. He fought, Lucian Bute. Yeah, Badu Jack has had the tougher schedule to me. Stevenson fought Thomas Top Dog Williams, who, you know what I mean, he was coming off a solid win, like I said, but it's not like he had been, like, killing people in the division. You know what I mean? He fought Tom Carpensy, who fought Chad Dawson. You know what I mean? Like, he fought Tavoris Cloud. Fonfara beat him clearly and then fought him again. So, I like, and see, listen, go back and study the tapes. I told y'all, when I first met Badu Jack, it might have been at Canelo versus Khan, where I actually met him. You know what I mean? It was at a Nevada State Boxing Hall of Fame event. And then I seen him, I'm like, okay, I'm like 6'5". And I seen him, I'm like, okay, he's a big dude. A lot of these fighters, when I'm next to him, they be looking tiny to me. You know what I'm saying? And I seen Badu Jack, I'm like, okay, he's a big dude. And if you go listen to them old videos, study the tapes, I was saying, I'm like, Badu Jack, he's cool. He's bigger than I thought he was. If you go listen to those videos, pause. And then he admitted that he had issue making 68. He even said 75 is not easy to make. So, listen. But this is the thing. Kovalev is a top dog at light heavyweight, right? But why is he fighting the least dangerous out of all these light heavyweights? If a leader Alvarez fights the Nail Vodstik, that's a fight that could go either way. Badu Jack fights Adonis Stevenson, a fight that can go either way. Sullivan Barrera versus Dimitri Bivol, it could go either way. Kovalev, a former champion and probably the longest standing champion since Andre Ward is not there. So probably the most skilled guy or whatever. He's fighting the least out of all these light heavyweight fights we know of. He's fighting Igor Mikhelkin. Who is that? So, you know what I mean? To me, I told y'all and I'm going to tell y'all again. I'm not convinced that Kovalev is the same crusher. Despite the Shabransky win, I'm not convinced that he's the same guy since the Andre Ward, because look at how they're easing him back in the division. Why didn't Kovalev fight Dimitri Bivol? You know what I mean? Why didn't he fight Sullivan Barrera? And I heard Sullivan Barrera was offered to fight, but listen, I know how the politics go. They probably didn't offer him a good amount for Kovalev, even though he's supposed to be getting less for Dimitri Bivol. That's understandable, because Dimitri Bivol is 12-0 and he's less accomplished. So if I'm gonna fight the bigger name, then I would expect to get bigger pay. You know what I'm saying? Bivol, I can understand Sullivan. See, people are making it like Sullivan Barrera duck Kovalev. I don't think that's the case at all. You know what I mean? I think he probably wasn't offered prime Kovalev money, so they, you know what I mean, put him into a different fight. And he was willing to take less money for a lesser known motherfucker, which is Bivol, who has less fights. Bivol has 12 fights, 10 knockouts. Kovalev has 32 fights or some shit with a lot of knockouts. I don't know off the top of my head. So the way they're bringing him back slowly, that shows me that Kovalev probably feels he has to work some things out, because why wouldn't he be in a tougher fight? Every other light heavyweight, but listen, Badu Jack just moved to fucking light heavyweight, fought Nathan Cleverly, who Kovalev beat, right? Fought Nathan Cleverly, who became a champion again after that point, but Fonfara beat, right? And then Badu Jack fought him, and within his second fight, he's talking about fighting Adonis Stevenson, a long-standing champion at light heavyweight. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, Kovalev's a former champion, and he lost to #1 pound for pound at the time, Andre Ward, and then he's fighting the Igor McKelkin. Jack versus Chavez Jr. is an interesting fight. Absolutely not. L-Dog, I totally disagree with you 1000%. Chavez Jr. looked big as fuck for one. I don't know what weight he's trying to make. His only performance that we can go off of at light heavyweight was against Andre Fonfara, which he quit in that fight. So why do I want to see Jack? You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to see Jack shit. Pun intended. I'm not. I mean, put it this way. Chavez Jr. is talking about fighting Alfredo El Perro Angulo. That shows you where he's at in his career. Because, first of all, Chavez looks like fucking Rambo right now. He looked way big. You know what I'm saying? He looked like he's 200. Like, from the pictures I've seen and shit, he looked big. So, first of all, I don't even know, is he going to fight at 75? Or going to fight at 68? We know he can't go under that because he fought Canelo at 164.5 and he looked horrible. So I don't see him going under 68. And then my question to you is this. Listen, my question to you is this. When is Alfredo Angulo, when has he ever fought higher than like 154, 160 maybe? He ain't never fought at no 168. So why would I want to see Angulo, who lost a lot of his recent fights and been very inactive, versus Chavez Jr.? I mean, really? Like, really? When has Angulo fought at 168 or higher? I don't know if he fought at 160. I'm just saying, maybe he might have had a fight or so later, because I didn't, after the Lada loss and stuff, I didn't watch exactly all of his fights. But I don't even know if he's fought at 160 per se. So why would I want to see him go up to 68, 73, 75 versus Chavez Jr.? That's a terrible fight. That's a PBC fight that I'm not checking for. Yeah, see, he did. He fought at 163, 160, 159. So yeah, but why would I want to see him go up even more? Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 of his 4 fights at 160 or better, he lost. So why would I want to see him go higher than that? And he hasn't fought since 2016, and it's 2018. That's a terrible fight. And you talking about Badu Jack versus Chavez Jr.? Hell no. Hell no. His last opponent was Freddie Hernandez. Yeah, man. I'm trying to talk about Charlo if he beats Centeno Jr. versus Canelo Triple G. That's the he's been calling for the fight. See, this is what I'm saying. The protective fans, the witness protection, everything they say I'm doing, and I'm biased and all that. Y'all be trying to protect these fighters. You know, if Canelo wins and he fights Charlo, that's a risky fight for him. If Golovkin wins and he fights Charlo, that's a risky fight for him. So everyone keeps bringing, oh, Danny Jacobs and Charlo. What about the two monkeys fighting each other? What about that? He's not, Danny Jacobs ain't a champion. See what I'm saying? Danny Jacobs ain't a champion. He's a good fighter. He's one of the top of the division, but Charlo has earned his position, and if he beats Centeno, then he'll be the #1 mandatory for Canelo Triple G winner. So let's talk about that fight. All right, Marlonia76. I gotta put you in the hot seat. You keep putting crazy comments, and I disagree with like almost all of them. So let's battle in the hot seat. He says Charlo just got to the division. Oh well, the WBC ranked him at #2. Then he fought Golovkin's mandatory, Jorge Sebastian Highland, knocked him out, and then now he's gonna fight an eliminator. So if he beats that eliminator, he's gonna be the interim champion. So who cares if he just got to the division? Crawford's just getting to 147. He's probably gonna get a title shot. Shit happens, especially based on what you did in your previous division. See how he's changing the subject? Man, this hot seat is meant to melt you guys. You don't think Charlo versus Jacobs is a good fight. I never once said that. But listen, simple mathematics. If I'm Jermall Charlo, the WBC, they're fucking with me. They gave me a good ranking. I just fought in basically an eliminator for Golovkin's mandatory position, right? And then I'm gonna fight Centeno Jr. for the Canelo Triple G mandatory position. Then why would I jump out of line to fight Danny Jacobs, which is a good fight? I never said it wasn't a good fight, but Jacobs has no belt and lost to Triple G. How does that make any sense? Despite how good of a fight it is, why would you lose your place in line to go after a non-champion when you called out the champion? He called out Canelo and he called out Triple G. You're a casual fan and you're getting melted. Yo, you don't think Jacobs and Charlo's a good fight? I never said it wasn't a good fight. But it makes no sense for him to, what's the point of, that's like Sean Porter. Sean Porter, he's WBC showing him love. They said fight Berto for this eliminator. Then fight Adrian Granados for the WBC silver. And then you'll get a Keith Thurman rematch. So that's like him jumping all the way out of line to fight Jeff Horn. That doesn't matter when you've been going through the hurdles and the hoops that the WBC has you going through to fight a guy you fought, which is a better fight and a big money fight, than Keith Thurman. So why are you going to get out of line to fight Jeff Horn? You know what I'm saying? Errol Spence was on the IBF route to fight Kell Brook. So he should just jump out of line and fight Danny Garcia. Bro, you're casual as hell. He said Jacob said he would fight him. Well, guess what? Charlo said he would fight Canelo and Triple G. I was there. I have the video. Let's talk about that. See the misdirection tactics, people? Jacobs did say he would fight Charlo. Jacobs is my dude. I can hit him up right now and get an interview. I get that. I understand that. He wants that. But Jacobs is also going after Billy Joe Saunders. You're clearly afraid of Canelo Triple G because you're a fan of a man, and you're afraid of that fight. So you would rather see the lesser of two evils. Jacobs, Charlo is a good fight, so you want to see them fight each other. Heyman ain't making it happen. Airman Golden Boy. Listen, should we just vote? I got to get this dude out of here. Do I need to do this anymore? He's not even making any sense. This is what the hot seat does to him. Thank you. Now he's saying I'm a casual, but you haven't burned me. You haven't disproved anything. Hold on. Stop the voting, people. Now he wants to get cremated. So, okay, I'll give you one opportunity to respond. Tell me how it makes sense when Charlo called out Canelo and Golovkin. You said he just moved to the division. Who cares? What does that have to do with anything? 2, if Charlo called out Canelo and Golovkin, right? Why would he, and he's going through these WBC programs of eliminators and stuff, how does that make sense for him to jump out of line in order to fight Jacobs, who has no belt? You explain that so you can get cremated. And listen, now I gotta toot my own horn. All y'all to be, oh, you're the casual. Well, I'm doing pretty damn well for myself to be a casual and get 100,000 plus subscribers. So you look stupid. You do what I'm doing and you achieve these results and go cover fights and stuff, and we'll see how much of a casual. We'll see if you can get a following to rock with you. But anyway, just answer the question now. So when y'all say that, oh, you're the casual, you're the one that doesn't know shit about boxing. Well, shit, I've deceived 100,000 motherfuckers just like you. See, you were better off waving the white flag. Now Ego Valley got to come out. Death Row East got to come out. Death Row West, believe in that. You know what I'm saying? So why is he not explaining people? See, all I do is block people. See, I block people for stupid shit. Like, you're the casual. Okay, I'm the casual. I gave you another opportunity when the fans really voted you out. And you tell me how it makes sense for Charlo to not pursue the bigger money fights. Canelo has a big name. Triple G has a big name. Triple G beat Jacobs, and Jacobs has no belt. So you explain how it makes sense to go through these WBC eliminators twice and then hop out of line to fight Jacobs, who lost to Golovkin and has no belt. See, he's full of shit. I gave him one response. He talking about Bob Arum and Golden Boy ain't risking Canelo or Triple G. The winner gonna duck. So what are you really saying? What does Bob Arum and Golden Boy have to do with it? I asked you a direct question, how it makes sense for Charlo to leave the route he's on in order, like, for example, let's say I'm walking to a store and there's a straight path for me to get to the store. Then I'm not gonna cut through the fucking forest and go through a dam and a quarry and a ravine and then climb up an electric fence and shit to get to the store when I could have easily just went the straight A to B point. Oh, he's getting flamed up. The rankings don't matter when it comes to the A side. Let's vote. I gave him another opportunity. Listen, if you're going to the store, you're going to take the path of least resistance, the point A to B. You're not going to go through all these detours and brushery and like water and stuff to get there. If he lost, put your L's up, man. These young boys can't beat me. And y'all know him. Listen, moderator, get Marlanius or Marlonius, Felonius, get him out of here. Get him out of here. He don't even get to hear my latest analogy. Someone said, take care. Kennedy is savage because I see his comment. He's funny. Listen, here's another example. Let's say I have a girl that's been, we argue from time to time, but she's been good to me. She's held me down, and I'm saying, hey man, I'm gonna get this promotion at work, and I want to marry you, right? I want to marry you, I want to engage and stuff like that. And it's something we discussed. We want to have kids, and we talked about our future because we've been together for 4 years, right? Does it make sense for her to be like, oh, I'm not waiting 2 months for you to get this promotion and then we can settle down, have kids, and then you're gonna propose to me? I'm gonna break up with you when everything else is going good. I'm gonna break up with you and start a brand new, fresh relationship. Does that make any sense? Because in essence, that's an analogy what you're expecting Charlo to do. You're expecting him to, in the route, the path that he's already on, the future, and dead that, to fight Jacobs, which no one's saying is a bad fight, but it doesn't make sense when you already have an established, like, plain path to what you want to do for your future. And there's other fights for Jacobs, you know what I mean, like Billy Joe Saunders. But see, this is what I'm talking about with the man fans. They want to put these fighters in the witness protection program. Clearly, he's probably a fan of Canelo, like a diehard maniac Stan fan, man fan, or Golovkin. So you don't want to see Charlo get the opportunity. Therefore, you're making these excuses. Charlo just got to the division. Who cares? He's being ranked. Crawford just got to the division, and he's going to get a title shot with the WBO. No one can control what the WBO decides for their rankings. All we know is it's a good fight. It'll be a fight that shows what Crawford is made of at 147. and let's see it. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to a lot of you guys' favorite fighters, you don't want to see the fight. That's why you're so hell bent on making these excuses for the fight not to happen. It's straight cowardice. And the thing, the fighters I've been told that I protect, Floyd. I never said Floyd shouldn't fight Pacquiao or Maidana coming off the Broner win. I never said Andre Ward shouldn't move up and fight Sullivan, Guerrero, or Kovalev. I never said that Deontay Wilder shouldn't fight AJ, who a lot of people think AJ could knock him out. But when it comes to them, I'm like, hey, Charlo Golovkin, that's a good fight. Charlo versus Canelo, that's a big fight. You could put that in Texas. No. Why doesn't Charlo fight Jacobs? What is Jacobs is a good fighter, but he don't have a belt. So you mean to tell me you would go after the guy who lost to one of the other guys with no belt than to fight the bigger names in the division, and you're going to be a mandatory for them? That's stupid. I mean, it reminds me of Amir Imam. See, I know my boxing. They always say, oh, you don't know shit about, but I'm telling you, I'm citing things. Amir Imam was the mandatory for Victor Postal. Fact. He was a promoter for, someone said promoter. He was the mandatory for Victor Postal when Postal had the WBC belt. He chose to fight Adrian Granados, a fight he didn't have to fight. No one made him fight that. And guess what? He got knocked out, and then now it knocked him down the rankings, and he's just now getting back to title shot contention. So that's another thing you guys have to understand. If you're on a direct path and you've been playing the game, then it makes no sense to break away from that. Sean Porter, as much as I wouldn't mind seeing him fight Errol Spence, he's been playing the WBC game, fighting these eliminators. It doesn't really make sense for him to break away from that to fight Errol Spence when he's gonna get a title shot against a guy he already fought with a bigger name. Keith Thurman's name is probably bigger than Errol Spence at the moment in terms of like the money you'll get and stuff if you fight a Keith Thurman versus a Spence, right? It doesn't make sense for these guys to break away from that path. For Errol Spence, he going through the Leonard Bundus, Chris Algieri, and everybody he had to go through. He was willing to fight Konstantin Ponomarov to get Kilbrook. It doesn't make sense for him to just say, oh, fuck all this, I'm fighting Danny Garcia. Then what is the purpose of him going through these monkey drills with the sanctioning bodies that he's ranked with in order to do it? Same thing that they do with Tank Davis. Tank was a former IBF champion. The Lomachenko fight's cool. I had no problem Lomachenko calling him out, but it doesn't look like they're interested in pursuing that right now. So move on with your career, right? Tank, he could fight this Japanese dude that fought Tevin Farmer if they don't mandate a rematch. Why not take that fight when you're already ranked with the IBF? And then Lomachenko's one belt, the WBO, didn't even put you in the top 15. Ogawa, yes. So why would Tank, you know what I'm saying, just say, oh, fuck it, I'm going to take the tougher fight, probably get lowball from top rank in terms of the amount of purse I'm going to get, versus when I fight the Ogawa, I'm clearly the A side, and I already had that belt, and I'm ranked with the IBF. Y'all got a recommendation for the hot seat? I feel like burning somebody else. Y'all got a person for the hot seat? I see some of the commentary, y'all going in. Who's TCN? What is he talking about? I don't see him. Triple G would body Charlo, then his young career would be wasted. Listen, but I told you, 2018, Ego Army, we the gang, man. Ego Mafia, gang. Like, this is real shit, right? This is the Mafia, this is the mob. We the mob, money on top of boxing. So, I told you, 2018, we on some different shit. We on some new shit. It's called Let's See It. Maybe Triple G beats Charlo, but maybe Charlo can beat him. Because when I break down, see, I could break down a fight. Y'all want me to break down Charlo? Like, first of all, I'm not saying that Charlo absolutely beats Triple G, but I can make a solid argument why he might be able to beat him. If y'all want me to go heads up with TCN, and we'll see who has the better points. See, listen, people listen. Listen to what people are saying. You see how I'm biased, right? That's what they say. I'm biased. But I just said, I don't know if Triple G wins. I don't know if Charlo wins. But I can make a case for really either guy, right? But let him tell it. Oh, Charlo will get fucking bodied. You see how dramatic it sounds? Well, Jacobs didn't get fucking bodied. And Canelo, who just moved up, didn't get fucking bodied. So to me, what are you basing it off of? TCN, you in the hot seat. Let's get it. That's my first opening question. Okay, when Triple G stepped up in caliber echelon of competition with Danny Jacobs, a guy who's been stopped before, and Canelo, who really had one bullshit fight with Chavez Jr. to prepare himself, and Chavez didn't put up much of a fight, to prepare himself and acclimate to 160, then why didn't they get bodied by Golovkin? But you're so certain that Charlo will get bodied. So we're waiting on him. We're waiting on him in his opening statements. So why are you so confident that he would get bodied, basically giving Charlo no chance? See, I gave both guys a chance because I'm realistic, unlike you. Where's TCN, people? He ducking the hot seat? Where he at? Yo, let's get to 200 likes. Make sure you smash the like button. Smash the like button while we wait for this bum. Where is he at, man? See, I be ready. I be so ready. It's like the way they do it in the hot seat. They all get scared and stuff. It feels like drinking like 2 Red Bulls and just having to sit down in a class or some shit. Like I'm ready to go. Like I'm from the Bay, man. E40. Tell me when to go. Jesus Christ had dreads. So, like, you know what I mean? Tell me when to go, man. What's taking so long? Why do we always have to wait so long? You know why they call him TCN, right? Totally confused now. I got these boys so twisted, man. These young boys can't beat me. Everybody say totally confused now. Now he's in the hot seat. He totally confused. He crossed up. Totally confused now. That's why you called TCN. Let me get this, man. Man, he's taking forever. This is what happens. See, they say the statement so boldly. Jermall Charlo will get bodied. I'm like, oh shit, he'll get bodied. Tell me, explain more of that. I'm trying to hear this. And then it takes forever, a month of Sundays. Listen, I'll go because he's scared. He ducking. Moderator, shooters on deck. You know what that means. My moderators, y'all know what that means. Shooters on deck. So one thing that's interesting about the fight, realistic, is they're both undefeated. So if Triple G, let's say, beats Canelo, Jermall Charlo beats Centeno, they're both undefeated. 26 wins, 20 knockouts, right? 77% knockout ratio. 73-inch reach, 73.5-inch reach, and he's listed at 6 foot tall. I know Golovkin is probably like 5'10", 5'10.5". I've been next to both of them, and I would honestly say from the eye test, Charlo looks bigger to me. Like bigger, even though he just moved up, he looks bigger. And I'm not just saying that. But we'll look at Golovkin, his reach and his height. See? Who's that? Hey, girl. Hey, girl. Oh, she a fighter? She can fight me. Hey. Okay, Golovkin, undefeated, 37-0, 33 KOs, 1 draw with Canelo. He has a 10% higher knockout ratio and more fights, so he clearly has power. He has the lesser reach. Charlo's reach was 73.5. His is 70-inch. Charlo was listed at 6 feet, and Golovkin's listed at 5'10.5. Right? So just based on that, that's a level of interest. Now, they both have damn good jabs. They both have good jabs. So this could be the issue of who has a more prominent jab. You feel me? Like who establishes their jab and is consistent with it. And you can't count Charlo out because he has a strong jab. His jab knocked Julian J-Rock down, and it just wasn't an off-balance shot. And J-Rock was hurt by that jab. If you really go know your boxing, J-Rock was buzzed from a jab, which is very hard to do. I can't say it's very hard to do, but it's impressive because most guys don't get knocked out or buzzed really by jabs. So that must have been a stiff arm, stiff ass jab. Other thing is Jermall Charlo is the stronger. I mean, I'm not gonna say stronger. He's the taller and longer reach. So maybe he can win the jab contest. Plus, Charlo is more athletic. Golovkin's slow as fuck to me. Good fighter, but he's slow. So we got a Charlo who's athletic. He has a longer reach and he's taller. And they both have good jabs. So in a jabbing contest, I don't know that Triple G would absolutely win that. You could say Triple G's chin is on point, but we don't know how Charlo, that makes the fight interesting. I don't know what Charlo's chin would be like. But I do know this, in Golovkin's last 2 fights, he has been with guys that use movement and defense and stuff, he's been reduced to jabbing. Charlo's also younger than Golovkin. So all in all, I see a good fight. Did TCN respond? Listen, did TCN, did he ever respond? Because I told you I can't wait all day. Did he respond? Hey, J-Dog or one of my mod shooters, please scroll up, find TCN and get him out of here. I've been talking to myself because he's too scared to respond. Get him out of here. One of my shooters. His comment said Charlo would get bodied. And then when I put him in the hot seat, he turned ghost like Swayze. Get him out of here. Everybody type pussy. This is what I deal with all the time. And see, listen, where are all the people, oh, new media is a fraud and you're fake, then I should be getting roasted up in the hot seat. And you, every single time with these hot seats, and there are multiple different people, you mean to tell me none of them are coming with a strong argument that they can actually back up? Shout out to J-Dog for handling my light work. Get him out of here. See, this is what I'm saying. And see, this is the thing. Don't be fooled, man. People, don't be fooled and bamboozled by this. Oh, ego, he's just so biased. He hates Eastern Europeans. If I hate Eastern Europeans, or whoever you think, Golovkin, or whoever you think, Lomachenko, then why did I give Golovkin his props and say, I'm not saying he absolutely beats Charlo, and I'm not saying he wouldn't get beat by Charlo. I don't know. 2018 shit. Let's see it. You know what I mean? Everyone just does these drive-by Charlo will get annihilated by Canelo. I'd have to see that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Mikey Garcia, he'll get knocked the fuck out by Lomachenko and quit. I gotta see that because I don't see in my head when I'm processing. I don't see Mikey Garcia quitting. I don't see him just get Lomachenko winning every single round. See, but this is what I'm talking about. But anyway, Charlo versus Golovkin is a good fight if they win their next fights. And he'll be a mandatory. Chinese heavyweight. Ooh, Tashan Dong. Everybody's ducking Tashan Dong. Yeah, and see, the other thing is, like, this is small stuff, but I be around fighters, so I get to see. The twins are both undefeated, and they kind of push each other. You know what I mean? And they both got good coaches, too. You know what I mean? I can't say, like, it's not, see, so that's how I know Golovkin versus Charlo would be a good fight, because it's not like Charlo he has Ronnie Shields. He has a good trainer. He has the youth on his side. He definitely has athleticism and speed. They both have good jabs. We know more probably about Triple G's chin because he lacks more defense and he's been hit by Canelo and Jacobs and stuff. So that's one thing up for grabs or debatable. But they're both undefeated, so it's not going to be just easy. And then the other thing, he's talking about Charlo will get bodied, but Golovkin's last 2 best opponents didn't get bodied. Hell, Kell Brook didn't even get bodied. To me, that's not a body. Like, if you put Lomachenko and Rigondeaux didn't get bodied. See, I'm too real for the radio people. Rigondeaux lost. He lost like majority of the rounds or all the rounds or whatever, but he didn't get bodied to me. Where it's just, if he got bodied, he would have got knocked out, like literally knocked out by the bigger man. You know what I'm saying? Lomachenko didn't do all that. Rigondeaux's face looked clean as a whistle at the end of the fight. You know what I'm saying? Lomachenko did his thing. He won. He showed his skills and you know what I mean, his ability, and a good strategy, but that's not getting bodied. Kell Brook didn't even get bodied to me. You know what I mean? Consider with all things considered. Now, if Kell Brook was a natural middleweight, then I'll say, okay, he got bodied. But the fact that you were in there with a welterweight, and the welterweight was even giving you a fight, and you're what HBO says you are, you're number 2 pound for pound at ESPN, and you have all this power, and then to me, that's not a body. Because if Deontay Wilder fought someone coming up from light heavyweight, fought Kovalev or some shit, it don't matter how good Kovalev is, but if he fought Wilder, that would be stupid. And if Wilder couldn't even knock Kovalev down, he had a, you know what I mean, it was a corner stoppage where he was on his feet, then I wouldn't be like, oh shit, Kovalev got bodied. You know what I'm saying? Kell Brook was on his feet. He never, Errol Spence knocked down Kell Brook. Golovkin didn't. Golovkin did not knock Kell Brook down. And he had an injury, so, you know what I mean? Credit to Golovkin for the win, but to me, I don't think that's him severely getting bodied. If he got bodied, he would have lost every round type shit based on the circumstances. Based on the fact that he was a welterweight. And see, this is the other thing. Kell Brook hadn't fought shit. He hadn't fought nobody since Sean Porter. So it's not even like he had good preparation for Golovkin. He fought JoJo, Dan, Casey and JoJo. Oh my. Toss it up. You know what I mean? JoJo, Dan, Frankie Gavin, and Kevin Bezier. And then he jumps up 2 weight classes to fight Golovkin. That shouldn't have even been really close. So to me, that's not, he didn't get bodied because he got hurt in round 1, came back vicious in round 2, and then never got knocked down by the guy who was a much bigger, notable puncher. So I can't say Charlo gets bodied. And I can't understand, since Golovkin, in my opinion, didn't body his last 3 opponents. And Charlo's clearly bigger than Kell Brook, height-wise, reach-wise. So, you know what I mean? I want to see it. Let me see it. Y'all have any other last-minute topics? I'm about to get out of here. I just wanted to know. About to eat my leftovers. What is this Dan Moretti? Y'all volunteering him for the hot seat. What did he say? Oh my gosh, Dan Moretti, you don't even deserve a hot seat. But listen how casual his comment is. But Triple G finished Kell Brook in 5 rounds. It took Spence 11 rounds. That's because Spence and Kell Brook were equal in size. Kell Brook moved up 2 weight classes. See how casual? Listen, Dan Moretti, you in the hot seat. How can you relate when a guy moves up 2 weight classes? He says, I understand that. So then what are we really comparing? Okay, it took 6 more rounds for Errol Spence. But see, here's another thing. Triple G had more activity. Errol Spence, people didn't want to fight him. And Kell Brook had a medical extension. He had a medical extension that he petitioned for from the IBF. So to get his title shot, he had to be on the shelf 9 months. You know what I'm saying? Triple G has been an active fighter. Before he started waiting for Canelo, he would fight 2 and 3 times a year. So the whole comparison's different. 2, Kell Brook moved up 2 weight classes. So you mean to tell me if somebody moved up to Kovalev's division from 2 divisions below and he stopped them quicker than somebody in their natural. So if somebody, when did J-Rock get knocked out by Jermall Charlo? What round was it? Anybody know? Jermall Charlo, when he knocked out Julian J-Rock Williams, what round was that? Does anyone know? Fact checkers. Fact checkers, please. Come through with the fact checks. See, y'all guessing. See, I gotta do this myself, people. Are y'all certain? Because I want to make sure. Okay, shout out to y'all. You guys are. Julian Williams got knocked out in the 5th round, right? Let's say Julian Williams moved up 2 weight classes to fight Kovalev, and Kovalev knocked him out in the 1st or 2nd. I mean, are we really going to compare that? Are we going to say, oh, hey, but it took Jermall, took him 5 rounds to knock him out, but Kovalev, he got him out of there in 2. Who cares? It's because he's a power puncher 2 divisions higher. So wouldn't that be expected? Please, what I'm saying is that Triple G finished Kell Brook earlier. That's a fact. And he sent him to the hospital. That's not bodying someone. Listen, if you body someone with equal skill, equal size, in my book, that's what I would consider a body. Like even Floyd Mayweather dogged Canelo. Canelo had attributes 13 years younger, right? 13 years younger than him. And Canelo's probably stronger than him. Good, fast hands, combination puncher. That's bodying someone because there was actual disadvantages Floyd had, even at a catchweight. Golovkin didn't really have many disadvantages versus Kell Brook. What was his disadvantages? What was his disadvantages? What was Triple G's disadvantage? Fighting in the UK, maybe? But again, he's the bigger guy. Yeah, or John Doe brought up a good point. Canelo versus Khan, that's body because Canelo clearly showed that Khan didn't belong in there with him. Because no matter how good Khan did for a couple rounds, he stayed patient, and then he got knocked out brutally with 1 punch. See, I'm bodying this man because this is where they start putting words in my mouth, and after they get blocked, they'll go tell their friends and shit. He says, so the fight doesn't count. When did I ever say the fight doesn't count? I never said it didn't count. Of course it counts. It's on his record. I never said, Floyd Mayweather fighting Conor McGregor is on his record. But we all knew what time it was when it came to Conor McGregor. You know, that was just a freebie to make a shit ton of money. So yeah, it's on his record. It counts. You know what I mean? I never said it doesn't count towards his record. All I said was he didn't body. All things considered. Here, let me just finish this dude off. All right, Dan Moretti, let me just body you. In Kell Brook's last 3 fights before he fought Golovkin, Jojo Dan, Frankie Gavin, and Kevin Bezier at welterweight, which one of those, or all of them, best prepared him to move up 2 weight classes and fight the best middleweight in the world who's strong and bigger than him in Triple G? So which one was good preparation? That's what I'm saying. What was good preparation to jump up 2 weight classes? Which one of those fights? Jojo Dan, Frankie Gavin, and Kevin Bezier. See, look, he's stalling, so he can't answer the question. That's Kell's choice of who he fought. But these are facts. These are what led up to the fight. I never said it wasn't Kell's choice. But once again, what fight prepared him for it? What fight prepared him to jump up 2 divisions and be equipped to go 12 with the best middleweight of the time? See how he's not answering the question, people? No answer? Someone said he's done. Ego cremation services is a real life thing. He's not answering. Why can't you answer? I answered everything you said, and now look, he's asking me questions. Since when do you look back at the last 3 opponents to figure out how a fighter performed? So, okay, now, see, you should have just waved the white flag. We might have been able to show you mercy. Now there is no mercy. We got ego across the belly. Oh my gosh. So now we don't, so basically you don't look at the person's recent performances to determine where they're at. So Antoine Douglas, if Golovkin decided to fight Antoine Douglas, who just got knocked the fuck out in his last fight against someone that lost to Billy Joe Saunders, I shouldn't look at his last 3 opponents. He says, oh please, this is ridiculous. Yeah, the amount of cremation is definitely ridiculous. The amount you're getting bodied is ridiculous. So Antoine Douglas, if they announce he's fighting Triple G next, I shouldn't look at his last couple of fights when he just got knocked out by Spike O'Sullivan. Really? Oh man, I left this boy extra crispy. So now we don't look at that. So basically resumes don't matter. Did you look at Billy Joe Saunders' last 3 opponents? He fought Willie Monroe. What are you talking about? He fought Willie Monroe and he fought He fought David Lemieux. Yeah. So David Lemieux, Willie Monroe, and whoever he fought before that Wolverine dude. He looked good versus Willie Monroe. Willie Monroe didn't really do anything in that fight. Wow, you're this much of a casual. So, okay, Billy Joe Saunders is fighting motherfuckers in his division. Willie Monroe's in his division. That Wolverine guy was in his division. And so is David Lemieux. And David Lemieux had cracks. So, yeah, I did look at Billy Joe Saunders, his last 3 opponents. Right? What are you saying? Kell Brook didn't fight no middleweights. Now, listen. Hey, this dude is so crispy. You still haven't even answered my first question. And now you're asking, see, this is what they do. When they're getting bodied in the hot seat, this is what they do. They start bouncing around like fucking jackrabbits, kangaroos and shit. And I can't even keep up with what you're even going, where you're going. And you still haven't answered my question. One more time. So you're not gonna create these Donald Trump diversion tactics. I'm not answering any more of your questions because you're trying to lead people astray in every which way. I'm not answering any of your questions until you answer my question. If you pass and can answer my question without getting blocked and have a legit answer, then I'll answer anything you have. Anything you have. Time to set this boy on fire. Everybody say zip him up. He says I will. Name Kell Brook in his last 3 fights, which one would have prepared him for Golovkin? He fought Joseph Jojo Dan, Frankie Gavin, and Kevin Bezier at welterweight. So which one of those fights, that was his last couple of fights before Golovkin, which one would have prepared him to move up 2 weight classes? How did he establish himself as the best welterweight to the point where he should even be moving out of the division 2 divisions up to fight the best guy 2 divisions up? Let me body this man. None of them would have prepared him for Triple G. So, but that's Kell's choice. No. You just admitted. You just agreed that he didn't fight anybody that could prepare him for Triple G. Now, if let's say Kell Brook moved up to 154 and fought Jermall Charlo there, or 160 and fought Jermall Charlo or Jermall Charlo, then that would be good preparation for a Triple G. Not saying they fight exactly, but at least you fought a tough guy. See, this is the thing when it comes to, oh my gosh, I'm bodying this man. This is abusing a corpse right now. But listen to this. Kell Brook, it's not even a Golovkin thing. That's what I'm trying to get to. Golovkin is the man at middleweight. Cool. But I don't know that Kell Brook would have beat Canelo at 155. Let alone Golovkin at 160. I don't know that he would have beat Jermall Charlo at 154. Jermall Charlo at 54 or 160. So that's what I'm saying to you. So it's not even just a Triple G thing. That's why it's not a premier body, because he had proved shit all above 147, and his last 3 opponents at 147 weren't even really notable name. It's not like he beat Sean Porter, then he beat Mayweather or Pacquiao or Jeff Horn or Errol Spence, you know what I'm saying? So nothing prepared him for he shouldn't even left the division. And like I said, I don't know. Listen, I'm gonna have the fans either you. We're gonna make this interactive. If Kell Brook fought Canelo Alvarez, let's say he never fought Golovkin, and Kell Brook moved up after the Kevin Bezier fight, right? And he moved up to 155 to fight Canelo. Who would you guys pick to win? Canelo or Kell Brook at 155 before the Triple G? So immediately after Kevin Bezier, immediately after that fight, he went to fight Canelo at 55. Who would you guys pick? Canelo. Nobody is picking Kell Brook. And that's not even at 160. Look at the people are bodying you. There's not one person that I've seen pick Kell Brook to beat Canelo at 154, even before Golovkin. All right, we got another hot seat. He wants to join. So how's Kell Brook? His name is Zakiah Ellington. You said Kell Brook would move up after Kevin Bezier from welterweight, and he would beat Canelo. How? How would he beat him? You got one response because I'm already in the hot seat, and I know you're just full of shit. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6. 5. Hey, get him out of here. His name is Zellington or some shit. That's the guy that said Kell Brook would beat him, and he failed to respond. Oh, I found him. I'll block him. Okay, so that's one hot seat. We got one body. Now, Dave, you've been bodied. Fans vote on Dave's fate. He's already had too many responses, and I murdered this man. He said it was it. Hold on, before we vote, it was his choice to fight Triple G. Gabe Rosado moved up and fought Triple G. Maybe it was a stupid move, but Triple G won and won convincingly, as he should. He's the bigger So okay, y'all really like seeing me abuse a corpse. This dude has nothing for me, and y'all want me to keep going. Okay, fine. Y'all wanted me to zip him. We took him out the grave, and then we exhumed the body, and now I'm gonna get him again. So, who would you pick to beat Mayweather at 147 from 2 divisions below him? And Mayweather's not even the biggest puncher. Once again, Floyd Mayweather, if he fought anybody 2 divisions below him at the time, so that would be 135, who would you pick to beat him from 135? And with no tune-ups, who's gonna go from 135 to 147 and beat Floyd Mayweather with no tune-ups or anything? Oh, it's crickets. Damn, Dave. Damn, Dave. No response. Okay, here, I'll make it easier. Everyone says Deontay Wilder has flaws. Who would you pick 2 divisions under Deontay Wilder, Windmill Wilder, right? He says I answered. There is no one. Okay, cool. So now I'm going to body you again. You said no one can move up from 135 to 147 and beat Floyd Mayweather. So I'll make it easier for you because Floyd, you know what I mean, he's TBE or whatever. Cool. Deontay Wilder, they say he has flaws, Windmill Wilder, all that shit. So name someone that can come up 2 divisions and beat Deontay Wilder. He's not even Mayweather technically sound. Negro Bello, you sound stupid. You about to get blocked. He said the jump up to 2 divisions to heavyweight is way different, dude. I just did the jump up from welterweight. You dummy. I just did 135 to 147, and he still had no answers for me. Blocked. Get him out of here. So I gave you multiple choices. Get him out of here. And listen, Andre Ward, that's my dude. He's not beating Deontay Wilder. He himself said, I want to do like Roy Jones and go to heavyweight, but it has to be the right opponent. He literally said that. I have it on tape. So Ward, I don't think he would try to fight someone who's 6'7". I'm bigger than Ward, and Deontay Wilder is bigger than me, like taller than me and shit. So, you know what I mean? That would be such an unfair fight. Just like when people said Anthony Joshua versus Ward because the Virgil Hunter said that, they said, oh, you're crazy. That's crazy. Wilder knocks out people who's 250, 260. How is a guy going to come up straight from 175 or 175 and just jump all the way up that much? And the dude was trying to make excuses. Oh, that's stupid because the weight limit is there's no weight limit at heavyweight. Deontay Wilder doesn't even weigh that much. It's not like he's Anthony Joshua, the bodybuilder style. Some of the fights he weighs like 225. You know what I'm saying? I know for a fact Andre Ward can get at least 205, 210 if he put on muscle. You know what I mean? But it would still be unfair. Well, you put, okay, Alexander Usyk, you put him in there with Wilder. If he wins the WBSS, you tell him to move up and fight Wilder then. Simple. He talked about moving up to heavyweight. And it doesn't have to be heavyweight. You take the best person in any, okay, when Jermall Charlo was at, when he was at 154, who's moving up 2 divisions to beat Jermall Charlo? Who? I body this man. Let's vote. So yeah, weight matters within reason. Even if you're really skilled, when you're giving up weight and you're also fighting someone who's skilled, everybody get this man out of here. Dave Moretti, one of my mods, get him out of here. Or Dan, or whatever his name is, Dave Moretti, M-O-R-E-T-T-I. Dan. Damn, my shooters was on it. Christian was on your ass. I accidentally excuse me. I accidentally unblocked him, but then I blocked him again. And people, that is a show. I caught some bodies. Candlelight vigil. These dudes, I had to blow out the candle. I had to blow out a candle on them. These dudes, they just talk. They say stuff. They just say stuff they know they can't back up. You know, oh, that's Kell Brook's fault who he fought. Yeah, that's the fights he chose, and it was a dumb decision to move up 2 weight divisions to fight Golovkin, a strong-ass puncher. I mean, put it this way. Triple G, there was an opportunity for him to move 1 weight division to fight Andre Ward. That would have been a bad fight, and guess what? The fight never happened because Triple G's team knows if they moved up 1 division and fought the best guy, Andre Ward, then that probably would be ugly. And he even said, hey, no, Andre Ward, he's good. He's too much for me. He said that, not me. So he didn't, you know what I mean? Some people know better to move up 1 division. So, you know what I mean? When you talk about moving up 2, and see, and this is the thing, Triple G, he at least had somewhat decent, he wasn't fighting Frankie Gavins in his division, you know what I mean? Or Kevin Bezier, like, he wasn't fighting that for 3 fights. Yeah, man, you guys sound crazy. Another one bites the dust, people. Let's see if we can get a few more likes last minute. Let's do a roll call, and I'm out. Where are y'all from? City, state, zip. Thank you for tuning in. Let's go. Another one bites the dust. Hey, I'm going to be on Forensic Files soon enough, catching all these bodies. Chicago, KC, Los Angeles, Cleveland, baby. Let's get it. Boston, Mass, Queens, New York, Chicago, Southside, India, Norfolk, Virginia, Los Angeles, New Zealand, Brockton, Rocky Mountain, New York, or North Carolina, Kansas, South Texas, Philly, Memphis, Republic of Catalonia, Kansas, Dallas, Texas, Cali, Sydney, Australia, Baltimore. Ego, you a motherfucking serial killer. Hey, man, I literally don't start this stuff, but they keep putting these comments and they want to get noticed. We got something for you in 2018. You want to get noticed? You can get noticed. And again, people making all these excuses. Oh, why should Canelo Triple G winner fight Charlo? He hasn't done anything at middleweight. He's ranked. Nobody had a problem with Dominic Wade being a mandatory for Golovkin, and no one even knew who he was. No one even knew who Dominic Wade really was like that. And no one had a problem with Golovkin fighting his mandatory. So now all of a sudden, why would it be a problem if he gets past Canelo to fight his mandatory that we all know in Charlo, who's a talker, who can at least make the, you know what I mean, maybe get under Golovkin's skin or some shit because he, you know what I mean, the way he talks. Like, keep running your mouth, keep running, you know what I mean? And people making excuses. Oh no, why should we see that? He should fight Jacobs. Why? Black on black crime? Like, I mean, why else do you want to see him fight Jacobs more than his rightful exercising of the mandatory? You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy. And they want to hate so bad, but they can't. And they know they can't stop the movement. Ego Army, we getting stronger, man. We getting stronger, people. It's crazy, man. But a lot of good fights, man. A lot of good fights that could be made. We got to just see them and push for them. Shout out to Derek Kills, man. He dropped that dub, that $20 super chat last minute. I was about to get out of here. Shout out to the man always holding it down. $20 from Derek. Super chat. Shmoney gang. Yeah, man, these trolls are getting bodied. Like I said, they always say some, oh, ego, he just blocks people. You don't get blocked if you win. You know what I mean? If you keep putting stupid shit and you get called out, that's fair game to me. That's how this stuff works. You keep putting repeat comments and nobody believes you, then we can expose you. And the only way you don't get exposed is if you know what the fuck you're talking about and you can back it up factually. And again, why do people care who I'm blocking on my channel? How does that affect you? Does YouTube not pay you because I block people? No, they don't. So worry about you. 2018, that's the new shit. Worry about you and your channel, your articles, or whatever you do. Don't worry about me or the Ego Army. We got this. I promise you, we got a lot of new stuff coming. I'm not gonna get specific, but how do you not get blocked? Okay, so if you get picked, oh, first of all, listen, the rules are simple. Most of the people in the hot seat get picked out of the crowd because they're disrupting the crowd with habitual stupid ass comments that they can't facilitate or explain or corroborate. So that's how a lot of these dudes even get noticed, because they're putting a lot of madness in the comment section. Oh, Wilder's a bum bitch. He's gonna get knocked out in 2 seconds. And then they keep saying stupid shit, so they get noticed, and then they get put in the hot seat. So, man, at the end of the day, all you have to do is back up what you say. It's that simple. Back up what you say. With fact, and not making up shit. Man, we caught some bodies today, man. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate it. Who is Zorro? Who is that? Hey, I'm blocking this dude. Zorro's stupid. He said Wilder will get destroyed by Anthony Yarde. Anthony Yarde hasn't even fought the top light heavyweights, let alone 2 divisions higher. See, that's what I'm saying. This type of stuff. But I'm not doing no more hot seat. I'm done. Peace out, man. Everybody stay tuned. More to come. Check out the latest. I dropped like a couple videos today on just regular news clippings and what's popping, highlights of the day. Let me know. I'm looking forward to Oscar Valdez, Scott Quigg. I think that's a good fight. And I've been wanting to see these featherweights get it in. Gary Russell might fight Joseph Jojo Diaz. That's good. Oscar Valdez, Scott Quigg, Abner Matas, Leo Santa Cruz 2, Nonito Donaire, Carl Frampton. That's what I'm talking about. So we can see some of these winners fight each other after. I don't know where Lee Selby really fits in. I ain't heard of no big fights for him. But yeah, man, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for the support, super chats, the engagement. If you don't, check the replay. Peace out, y'all.